539,000 members, On Point Community. Welcome to this broadcast of an OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 539,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered. Welcome to this broadcast of an OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 539,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support the OSAA. Toyota, let's go places.
Good evening, I'm Voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard. Playoff football, our final broadcast of the season, as tonight the 2025 OSAA 3A football quarterfinals are underway from HARE Field in HILLSBORO as the designated home team tonight in this neutral site game, the number 2 seed Banks Braves, undefeated with a record of 10-0, the champions of 3A District 1. Get ready to face their league foes, the number 7 seed Kennedy Trojans of Mount Angel, coming into tonight's match with a record of 7-2 overall, 8-2 overall, and 5-1 in District 1. And the second place finisher in the Northwest region of 3A high school sports in the state of Oregon. Kennedy, technically a 2A program playing up for football. Now, North Marion, a 4A school playing down for 3A the last few years. The Banks Braves have been scoring 42 points or more in just about every game this season. Offense has not been an issue for the Braves this year. In fact, they defeated Kennedy 47-7 on homecoming night a few weeks ago. We were not able to bring you that broadcast due to our responsibilities with Pacific University volleyball, but we can tell you that Braves will be without not Jamar Flippin, but Jared Martin tonight, as he suffered an ankle injury in the 38-9 win over Sutherland last week. So it will be likely a heavy dose of Henry White tonight on the ground for the Braves, and the key receivers for Banks tonight: Wyatt Jackson, Elaine Gilbert, Brady Johnson also in on the receiving crew, and Garrett Graham. Talk about next man up. When Jared Martin went out, 3 touchdowns for Garrett Graham last week in the victory over Sutherland for the Braves tight end. Other key players for the Braves: number 1, Grady Lucia, wide receiver, 5'10", 140-pound junior. Number 2, Jared Martin, we mentioned he will be out. Number 4, Nate Lyda, the starting quarterback, 6'3", 160-pound junior quarterback. He's not only is he a proficient passer, but he has had a couple of long runs, including a 61-yarder for a touchdown earlier in the season. Wyatt Jackson, 6'1", 185, junior tight end. Backup quarterback number 7, Finnan Haley, 5'10", 140-pound sophomore. Number 8, Judson Woods, 6 foot, 160 wide receiver. Number 9, Chase Mead will be the kicker, 6 foot, 175 sophomore. Number 10, Henry White, Braves leading ball carrier, 5'11", 180-pound senior. Number 12, Jake Lamb, a 6 foot, 175 junior running back. kind of the backup running back. Number 13, Brady Johnson, 6'1", 175, wide receiver. Cam Ireland, 5'10", 140-pound sophomore backup wide receiver. Number 21, Christian Lida, 5'8", 165, junior. Number 22, Damian Robles, 5'9", 140-pound sophomore. Ben Lida, wide receiver, 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. Number 24, Owen Turner, 5'11", 160, senior. Number 25, Chase Mueller, 5'10", 165, junior. Number 27, Ashton Kinney, 6'2", 150, sophomore wide receiver. Number 33, Kale Lamb, 5'6", 160, running back. And Garrett Graham, we mentioned earlier, 6'2", 210-pound junior tight end. Everyone else on the line except for number 80, the very bottom of the roster, number 80, Carter Hollinger, 6'1", 185, sophomore. Head coach of the Braves, Cole Linehan. He's also the athletic director. Braves are assisted by Steve Light, a longtime defensive coordinator, and also has been acting head coach in a couple of games when he's needed to be. Chad Graham, Jason Tufts, offensive coordinator, Dusty Hara, Matt Evenson, Harry Herbst, Tyler Carey, Reed Warner, and Zach Collins. Winner of tonight's game will face either Vail or Burns. Last year, it was Burns in the semifinals in a game played at Bend. A game eventually won by the Highlanders on their way to the state championship as the heavy underdog, as just the 11 seed overall last year. This year, they're a 3 seed, and they're playing Vail tonight. Next weekend in the semis, it will be either Banks or Kennedy versus Vail or Burns. Regardless of who wins that Vail-Burns game, it will be an Eastern Oregon team, and that could be a Bend neutral site matchup in the semis. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back after this from our OSAA sponsors, On Point and Toyota.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low-interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back. Banks Braves High School Football pregame show, live from HARE Field in Hillsboro, facility normally shared by Hillsboro School District and their 2 high schools, Hillsboro and Glencoe. For the Kennedy Trojans, a record of 7-2. They lost their home opener, or lost their opening contest 39-33 to Taft, who just missed out on the playoffs, Taft of Lincoln City, and a 47-7 loss at Banks for the Braves homecoming. Kennedy is 8-2, 5-1 in 3A District 1 after their 28-19 victory over Santiam Christian last week at home in the first round. Taking a look at key players for the Trojans. Number 1, Kyle Monroe, backup quarterback, 5'7", 140-pound sophomore. Number 2, Quentin Bruner, 5'9", 145-pound sophomore wide receiver. Number 3, Colby Rich, 5'11", 180-pound running back. Number 4, Logan Cantu, 5'10", 155-pound sophomore tight end. Number 5, Brady Leach, 5'4", 105-pound freshman wide receiver. Number 6, Brody Panook, the starting quarterback, 6'2", 155 senior. Number 7, Caleb Klein, 5'7", 140 sophomore wide receiver. Number 8, Dawson Sickley, 5'4", 140-pound sophomore running back. Number 10, Peyton Traeger. Traeger, a big name in Kennedy. If you're familiar with Traeger grills, yes, it's that family. 5'7", 125-pound wide receiver. Ryland Traeger, also a member of the Trojans coaching staff. Number 11, Stephen Handren, Jr., 6'2", 185-pound wide receiver. Number 12, Ethan Burning, 5'4", 145 freshman running back. Number 20, Reggie Ifanuk, a 5'9", 165-pound wide receiver. Number 24, another Traeger, this time Jaden, 5'7", 180-pound running back. Number 25, Grant Bruner, 5'11", 170 tight end. Number 33, Kyle Holland, 6', 160 wide receiver. Number 37, Calvary Gendhar, a 5'10", 165-pound freshman. Number 42, Jerome Ifanuk, freshman running back, linebacker, no height or weight listed. Number 43, Aaron Garner, 6', 160 freshman wide receiver. Two kickers on the Trojans roster. The first, number 45, Gianni Galvis, a 5'7", 140-pound junior. And the other kicker, number 82, Jesus Morales, 5'9", 175-pound senior. Will Hitz, Hitz, perfect name for football. Hopefully he does not get too many hits in tonight for the Trojans against the Braves. He is a 5'11", 160-pound freshman tight end. And three wide receivers at the very bottom of the roster for the Trojans. Number 84, Broderick Boxler, a 5'7", 130-pound freshman. Chris Ramirez, number 85, 5'8", 130-pound, 5'8" freshman. And number 88, Landon Klein, 6', 175, senior wide receiver. Again, the Kennedy Trojans are coached by Joe Panuke, assisted by Ryland Traeger, Bruce Bayer, number 20, Derek Barth, Jeff Deal, and Antonio Astorga. This time we'll take a 2-minute break, get a chance at some of our local sponsors to get in here in this OSAA official broadcast. We'll be back in 2 minutes and get you a look at other games going on tonight around the 3A quarterfinals, including a couple of underdogs facing each other. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
Jason, let's go see.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
I don't remember how it started.
Talk to Dad.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
And we're back taking a look at the other contests in the bracket for the 2025 OSAA 3A football quarterfinals. We mentioned earlier 3 of the top 4 teams are underdogs, as Cascade Christian, the only higher seed, the number 1 seed overall, just totally demolished Pleasant Hill last week, 68-0. Everybody else, though, in the top half of the bracket, the higher seeds were upset at home. North Valley went on the road and knocked off Sisters, the 8 seed, the number 9 seed, advancing to the quarterfinals. The North Valley Knights of Grants Pass advancing to take on their league foes, the Cascade Christian Challengers, in a battle of 2 3A District 5 Southern Oregon teams. The next game in the bracket, the 13 seed Douglas Trojans going on the road and shocking the 4 seed Dayton Pirates, 21-18. Almost forgot Dayton's mascot. The Trojans, the huge underdog of Winston, going on the road, making the trip to McMinnville and getting the upset. They will be at Jervis. Again, 3 teams from 3A District 1 advancing to the quarterfinals. Banks, Kennedy, and Jervis. Jervis, one of the top teams in the state up until about the midway point when they hosted Banks in what was then tabbed as one of the top contests in the state of Oregon, not only in 3A football, but around the state in a 3A top 5 matchup. Banks with a 4-1 margin as far as takeaways, and that turned out to be the difference in the game. Banks a 41-20 victory over Jervis, as Banks dominated that game defensively and got the big road victory. Jervis had a rough second half of the season and snuck in as an at-large team, but still able to go on the road and knock off the 5 seed Siuslaw Vikings. Siuslaw, in my opinion, a little bit overranked the last couple of seasons. Nearly advanced last year over Dayton, the game that was decided in the final minute in a against a Dayton team that was seeded much lower last season. And then Siuslaw got blown out by North Valley in the quarterfinals last year against North Valley. Bottom half of the bracket, we mentioned earlier, Vale is at Burns. Again, a same league matchup, the third of the 4 matchups in the quarterfinals that are same league matchups. Cascade Christian and North Valley, 2 teams from 3A District 5. Vale and Burns, 2 teams from 3A District 6, and Banks and Kennedy, 2 teams from 3A District 1. Banks and Kennedy, the 7 versus 2 matchup, the bottom portion of the bracket, as Banks defeated the 15 seed last week, 38-9, Sutherland of North Douglas County, and Kennedy advancing as the 7 seed, defeating 10 seed Santiam Christian. 28-19, Banks defeated Santiam Christian on the road to open the season. We'll take another 2-minute break and get you another local break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what's going to happen with the Banks Braves next year athletically, as they're going to be returning to their old stomping grounds. We'll tell you more about that on the other side, although it's not official. Still one more meeting coming up, but we'll talk about that on the other side in 2 minutes.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858, or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
For more than 45 years, Housemaster has been offering residential and commercial inspection services with more than 200 locations across the U.S. and Canada. We've helped more than 3.5 million buyers and sellers make important real estate decisions. Housemaster of Southwest Portland helps local residents make the right choice when purchasing a residential or commercial property. Call Housemaster of Southwest Portland, 971-245-2500, or visit their website, housemaster.com/southwest-Portland.
Transaction Transmission in the heart of Banks specializes in transmission repair, but they service all types of vehicle repairs and makes and models. 5-star reviews and quality workmanship you can trust. Owner Joey Tardio doesn't just repair vehicles, he eats, sleeps, and breathes all things auto-related as an auto racer March through October. Trust your vehicle to Transaction Transmission at the end of Sunset Avenue in the heart of Banks. Call 503-359-9141. And we're back just under 9.5 minutes to go before kickoff between the Banks Braves, the number 2 seed, taking on the 7 seed Kennedy Trojans of Mount Angel, located in the heart of the Willamette Valley, hop country. Woodburn can be Mount Angel also known for their Oktoberfest and their friars and the Abbey at Mount Angel, chocolates, wine, and great farming community of about 2,000 people. We mentioned before the break that we were going to discuss some of the logistical things for Banks next year. OSAA has, in the final stages of reclassifying high school teams in the state of Oregon next year. They have agreed that they will be staying with a 6A system, but Banks, which has been at 3A since the last reclassification, is going back to 4A. Most likely, as of now, they would be returning to the Kawapa League. We don't see or don't anticipate any changes to that. There still will be one more meeting. In fact, I believe on Monday, and actually 2 more meetings, a meeting Monday, November 17th, and I believe a meeting in December, which is the final meeting to kind of straighten out where everybody will be placed league-wise. For football, Kawapa hasn't really existed as a league for quite a number of years as Milwaukee moved down from 5A for football only a few years ago. Milwaukee Mustangs now back in 5A, and they're in the playoffs this year as well. But we could see Banks in a 4A District 1 situation for football next year if there are other teams that drop down or move up for 4A. But right now, it would be the old Kawapa League Banks, Tillamook, Seaside, Valley Catholic also going back up for 4A next year. Scappoose and Tillamook facing each other tonight in the 4A quarterfinals. Again, talk about same league matchups. A number of them headed going on around the state tonight with so many teams facing each other that have familiarity with one another in their same districts, not only in 3A, but also 4A as well. 6.5 minutes to go before the kick at HARE Field, the home of the HILLSBORO Spartans and the Glencoe Crimson Tide. right in the heart of Hillsboro, just a couple of blocks from the Hillsboro Courthouse. I believe we're going to have tonight's national anthem. One moment. And again, as always, great job by Banks student athlete Jaden Vantham performing tonight's national anthem here at HARE Field. The kind of south central Hillsboro, just a couple of blocks from the Hillsboro Courthouse, home facility for Hillsboro High School football for the Hillsboro Spartans and the Glencoe Crimson Tide. Hillsboro and Glencoe had their seasons come to an end last week, so they will not be needing this field until track time in the spring. 3.5 minutes before kickoff, we'll take one more final break and get you a couple of local sponsors in, as we're going to have a heavy dose of On Point and Toyota tonight for OSAA. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com. Or call us at 503-648-2341.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
And we're back under 2 minutes before kickoff between the Banks Braves and the Kennedy Trojans. Banks will be in their home navy blue uniforms, white numerals with a Vegas gold trim. Banks in white lettering across the chest with Vegas gold trim. Vegas gold flag with a wide base at the hip, coming to a point kind of mid-shin, a little bit below the knee. White helmets, navy blue stripe. Apparently Banks is going to be kicking off to start the game. Not sure who won the toss. Kennedy will be in their home white uniforms road white uniforms with deep red numerals, navy blue trim, red pants, navy blue helmets with white Trojan logo on the side. Airfield runs north and south, far side of the field, the west side, near side, the east side of the field. And it's going to be taken at about the 5-yard line by the Trojans, hit hard at the 25 and up to about the 27-yard line. Bottom of the pile is number 3, Colby Rich, the return man for the Trojans. Brady Panook in the Trojans offense will get things started offensively from the Kennedy 27-yard line, moving right to left. And before we even get the game started, we're going to have an issue, maybe an equipment issue with number 64 for the Braves. Lineman Cole Wilson. He'll be replaced by Faber Herbst. Panook out of shotgun, man in motion is Colby Rich. And the give off the far side, big hole off the left side, up close to the first down. Big pickup on first down of about 8 up to the 35, second down and short. Braves defensive line has had some issues in the run game this season, despite going out nearly every opponent they've faced. It's going to be just second down and short for Panook and the Trojans with looks like a 4-receiver set, twins each way with one back. The give going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of a yard, maybe 2, back to the 33. Great play that time by the defense. Looks like number 24, Jaden Traeger. They're going to give him forward progress just behind the 34, so a loss of about a yard and a half and a big third down opportunity for the Braves. Third down and 3. A stop here should give them pretty good field position on the opening drive of the game. Panook again with twins each side with the lone back. Hit as he throws, high, caught, bobbled, and dropped. Would have been enough for the first down, and the hard hit, slow to get up. Number 88, Landon Klein, and he gets up under his own power, but great job by the defense. Secondary gave him space, and he had an opportunity for a first down catch, but a hard hit to make the ball come loose just as he came down with it, and that's going to put Kennedy in a fourth down and short situation. And back to punt. Again, no Jared Martin tonight for the Braves. Kick is nearly blocked. Ball is going to bounce and take a Kennedy roll and die at the 28-yard line. First and 10, Banks, with 10.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. As the title sponsor of the OSAA State Championships, On Point does everything it can to help the community, help our team and community get ahead. On Point delivers the local banking and lending its members need to reach their goals and make more possible. Visit On Point at onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by the NCUA, equal housing opportunity. First and 10, first opening possession for the Braves, and quarterback Nate Lyda. And the give to Henry White off the left side. A big hole, 35-40. Looks like it may have gotten away with the horse collar. Slow to get up in the backfield, Lane Gilbert. But it's going to be a gain of 17 up to the 45 for Henry White. And a great start to the game for Banks offensively. First and 10 for the Braves from their own 45. 17 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Again, White, the lone back. For a three receiver set. Again, the give to Henry White. Has some room, but ran out of room. Had a little bit of room initially off the near side, but is going to be forced out of bounds after a short gain of 2 to the 47, 2nd down and 8. This broadcast is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Gilbert. And it looks like number 9 lined up as a wide receiver, or it's number 8 to give up the middle to Henry White again. Gain of 3 to midfield. It will be 3rd down and 5 for the Braves. Number 8, not number 9, Judson Woods. Going to give him just inside Kennedy territory to the 49, so 3rd down and 4. Braves need to get to the Trojan 45 to pick up a 1st down on their opening drive offensively after forcing Kennedy into a punting situation on 4th and 3. Three receiver set, twins to the top with Henry White, the lone back. Fake the give to Henry. Lyda flushed out of the pocket, rolling left, and is going to dump it off short. No flag on the play. And it's going to be 4th down, and the Braves will be forced to punt on their opening drive. A chance to pin Kennedy deep after throwing incomplete on 3rd down and 4. For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has remained locally owned and operated. They support the community and people in places that matter. That's why they continue to sponsor the OSAA year after year. To learn more, visit pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved. The kick is away. It's not going to be a very good kick, and it's going to be down at about the 27 of Kennedy. So a short kick for the Braves, and Chase Meade, 8:51, stops the clock here in the first quarter. No score between the number 7 seed Kennedy Trojans and the number 2 seed Banks Braves. And Kennedy on the return, or actually no return on the kick. Drive starts at the 27-yard line. Carry up to about the 33-yard line, gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. Wins near side, and a great job defensively by the Braves. Maybe gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Bottom of the pile for Kennedy, number 20. Reggie Ifanuk. 3rd down and 3 from the 34-yard line. Well, right between the 33 and the 34. Need to get to the 37 for a 1st down. 3rd down and about 2.5, close to 3 yards for the Trojans. 7:35 first quarter, no score. Quick snap pass out, caught, ball tipped, intercepted. Number 12, 35, down inside, down to the 30-yard line, intercepted. First turnover of the game belongs to Jake Lamb, and the Braves are in business. 1st and 10 from the Trojan 30 with 7:22 to go in the opening quarter after Kennedy did a great job defensively, limiting Banks on offense to just 1 1st down on their opening drive. Nate Lyda. And 2 men in motion. Gilbert, for Gilbert, and Woods just making their way onto the field late. Pass, quick out to Brady Johnson, and through his hands, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Just a drop on the play, not broken up or hit as he tried to make the catch. Couldn't bring it in, and dry conditions, not really any issues with a wet football or wet field. A little bit of breeze earlier that may affect tonight's contest. We may see rain before the night is over, but not expecting heavy amounts. 2nd down and 10 from the Trojan 30 after the turnover. Henry White, the lone back. Fake the give. Lida after bobbling the snap. Gets outside. Cuts back in. Just able to hold on to it. And lucky to even pick up positive yards. Gets down to the 28. It'll be 3rd down and long. Kennedy defense has come to play early. Despite short field after the turnover, just 2 yards on this drive for the Braves after the fumbled snap from Nate Lida. 3rd down and 8, 6:35 first quarter. Audible, and we have a timeout called by the Braves. 6.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter, no score, but the Braves deep in Kennedy territory, a chance to put points on the board. Even if they're unable to pick up a 1st down, we may see Chase Mead at some point in this drive with a chance to put 3 through the upright. 6.5 minutes to go. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from On Point.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low-interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
And we're back following the Braves timeout. 3rd down and 8 from the 28 of the Trojans following the interception from Jake Lamb. Gilbert goes in motion right to left. Lida drops, passes tipped, bobbled, and dropped, and probably should have been intercepted by the defensive lineman, number 66. We have a flag on the play. Sam Astorga. Holding against Kennedy, and that's going to give the Braves a 1st down. Usually that goes the other way against the Braves, but Kennedy gives Banks free yardage after what should have been an interception. And instead of 1st and 10 Kennedy, it's 1st down Braves following the first flag of the game. 1st and 10, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, the line of scrimmage. So 2 yards past the line of scrimmage after the penalty. 1st and 10 for the Braves from the Kennedy 18. Moving left to right. Under 6.5 minutes, Lida with the lone back, Henry White. Trips near side, looks that way, throws. Pass incomplete, too far out in front of number 8, Judson Woods. 2nd down and 10. 6:21 to go, stops the clock first quarter. Stay connected to your favorite team with the OSAA Live mobile app. OSAA Live features the latest scores, schedules, and rankings for all teams and leagues across Oregon. Across OSAA's, access OSAA state championship programs. Read the latest prep news and information. Search OSAA Live in the App Store or on Google Play to download today. 2nd down and 10 from the 18 of Kennedy following the incompletion for the Braves. Nate Lida yet to complete a pass. Henry White just to the right. Fake the give, pass out to Gilbert, makes a couple man miss. Inside the 15, trying to drag defenders. He'll be short of the 1st down, close to the 10. It's going to be just inside the 10-yard line, not quite the 9. Third down and about 1.5 yards. Under 6 minutes first quarter. Eric Graham in, 3 touchdowns last week from the tight end spot. Look for him on this play in the for a touchdown grab. White. The give inside, down inside the 5 to the 3. Won't quite make it in, but it will be a fresh set of downs for the Braves. First and goal. Down to the 3-yard line. $5:10 to go, opening quarter. First and goal from the 3. Banks on their second drive of the game, trying to go on top early. High snap to Gilbert, and diving forward after a little bit of a rough snap. Christian Medina is going to lose back to the 5, second down. OSAA Today is your spot for all high school state championship coverage, from news, stories, coaches, polls, and more. Get it all by visiting OSAA Today. Go to osaa.org/today. And Gilbert still in it, or it is Lyda back in at quarterback number 4, not number 6. A little bit of a lighting issue. Medina, though, is the lone back, and I think we're going to have a false start against Banks. And after having first and goal from the 3, now the Braves shooting themselves in the foot. After a loss of 2, and now a false start will back them up even 5 more yards back to the 10. Second down and goal. Under 4 minutes. Braves trying to put points on the board on their second offensive possession. Following short field after a turnover. Gilbert in motion. Lyda fakes the give, gets outside the left side, and is going to be swallowed up. Might get back to the line of scrimmage. Great job defensively by Kennedy after Banks had first and goal from the 3. Judson Woods spread out wide to the near side. 3 receiver set with Henry White, who goes in motion. Now empty backfield. Throw it to Henry in the backfield. Spins, and he's going to not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and long. And Chase Meade is coming on to attempt a field goal with clock running under 3 minutes. It will be a field goal attempt. 2:33 to go. Clock moving. First quarter. Ball will be spotted at the 18-yard line. It looks like a 28-yard field goal attempt from the near hash mark. Snap is down. Kick is up. And Braves are on the board. 2:17 to go. Chase Meade, a 28-yard field goal, puts the Braves on the board first after short field following an interception at the Kennedy 30-yard line. It's Chase Meade with a 28-yard field goal, 2:17 to go in the first quarter. It's Banks 3, Kennedy nothing. Be back after this from Toyota.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
.217 first quarter, Chase Meade, a 28-yard field goal, Banks 3, Kennedy nothing. Kennedy with the football following the kickoff after Chase Meade's 28-yard field goal. 1st and 10 for Kennedy from their own 20-yard line after the touchback. Kennedy off the far side is going to get a pretty decent gain on the opening play of the drive all the way up to the 27-yard line, 3rd down and 3. Banks has again got to shore up their run game defensively, giving up a lot of big yardage on 1st down, not 1st down carries, but anytime you can pick up more than 3 or 4 yards on 1st down, it's doing something right. And this time swallowed up for maybe a yard. Again is number 3, Colby Rich. No gain, 3rd down, maybe half a yard, 3rd down and 2. Banks doing a lot better on 2nd and 3rd down against the run, but 1st down giving up too much yardage on 1st down carries for Kennedy. Panuke back to throw, shuffled out of the pocket, still looking to throw deep and incomplete, intended for Colby Rich. With him step by step was number 10 Henry White. Stops the clock, 50 seconds left, and again Kennedy will have to punt. I don't think the Trojans have a 1st down yet in the 1st quarter. 4th and 2. And again, back to punt. Brody Panuke, not only starting quarterback, but also handling punting. Not sure. Kennedy has 2 kickers listed on the roster. Snap low, bounce, and is going to be taken at the 40. Gilbert makes a man miss, gets outside, far side. Midfield, a flag on the play, and this will likely come back due to a hold. Gilbert gets out of bounds far side inside the Kennedy 45, but a flag thrown back at the 46 of Banks. Penalty is against the Braves, not a hold, maybe an illegal block in the back. Only other person in the area for the Braves was number 5, Wyatt Jackson. Penalty is going to give the ball to the Braves, 1st and 10 at their own 35, moving left to right. 39 seconds 1st quarter, and the Braves a 3-0 lead after a 28-yard field goal from Chase Meade on their last possession. Five receivers set for the Braves. Not sure we've seen that too many times yet this season. We have missed a few games due to our time with Pacific Volleyball, but all kinds of time. Pass caught by Gilbert. Should be just enough for the 1st down if they give him forward progress to where he caught the football. He did go backwards after being thrown down, but it should be a Braves 1st down. And indeed it is, to the 45, the nose of the football, just getting to the 45-yard line, a gain of 10, first down. Likely the final play of the first quarter if they get it off, 3-0 Braves. Lie to the give to Henry White, bottled up after a gain of a yard, maybe two, second down, and that'll end the first quarter. After one, it's been a low-scoring affair. Great job by the Kennedy defense. Banks on the board first, though, after a 28-yarder from Chase Meade with 2:17 in the quarter. Number 2, Banks 3, Kennedy nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment after this local break. Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, anytime is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483. Second down and 9 from the 46 of the Braves. Light at a throw, has time, all kinds of time, wide open. Gilbert caught at the 20-yard line and dives forward. First and 10 inside the red zone on the deep pass play from Nate Light to Lane Gilbert down at the 18. Just underway second quarter. And Henry White, short gain close to the 15, second down. And Gilbert flushed out of there. Lida flushed out of the pocket. 20, 15, out of bounds to the 13, diving to the first down marker. He's going to be short, but I don't think it's going to be by much. It'd be third down and a yard, maybe 2. Actually, they're only going to give him forward progress back to the 13. So third down and 3, maybe 4. Lida with White to his left. Man in motion is Gilbert. Fake the give to Gilbert. Give it to Henry White. Stumbles down to the 10, and we made a late flag on the play. Holding against the Braves. After that big pass play from Nate Lida to Lane Gilbert, quarterback to former quarterback, Banks has not had much success being inside the red zone. Didn't have much success in the red zone last drive either and had to settle for 3 from Chase Meade after having first and goal from the 3. Now they're going to be backed out all the way outside the red zone, back to the 22. Third down and 13. Lyda flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to go down back close to the 25-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage, but another loss on the play, and it's going to be 4th and long, and this is likely going to be too long for Chase Meade. Fourth and looks like 15 from the 24. Braves are going to go 4th and long from 24, and a timeout called by Banks. Kennedy with all the momentum in this first half, limiting Banks, who has been averaging 42 points a game, to just 3 points in the first 15 minutes of tonight's contest. 9:19 to go in the first half. Number 2, Banks 3, Kennedy nothing. We'll be back in just a moment.
Are you looking for a job with flexible hours, a way to support your community, or a first step toward a career in education? ESS has exciting substitute teacher and paraprofessional openings at schools throughout Eastern Yamhill, Columbia, and Washington counties. You'll enjoy creating your own schedule with weekly pay, ongoing training, and benefits. Begin your rewarding career in education by applying today at ess.com.
And we're back, second quarter, 9:19 to go in the first half. 3-0 Braves after a 28-yard field goal from Chase Meade. 4 receivers set, trips near side. Gilbert, the lone back, now going in motion, receiver off the near side. Lyda looking, has time, is going to roll right, flushed out of the pocket, and throws late out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. And it will be 4th. Actually, Kennedy will take over on downs after Banks went for it 4th and 14 and couldn't find an open receiver. As a reminder for all of you on the road, Oregon Department of Transportation encourages you to please be sure to park your phone so that our roadways are safer for everyone. 9:07 first half, 3-0 Braves. Kennedy taking over after forcing Banks into a incompletion on 4th down after having 1st and 10 at the 18 inside the Kennedy red zone. Panu, quick pass out, high, playing off, plenty of space, diving forward. I think may have the first down up to the 39. I thought that was a penalty call. First and 10, Kennedy from their own 39, moving left to right, second quarter, 8:45 in the first half, 3-0 Banks. Panouk, the ball down, caught over the middle, Colby Rich, a big first down for Kennedy into Braves territory, down to the Banks 42. They'll mark it at the 43, but it's a Trojan first down into Braves territory. 8.5 minutes left first half. Kennedy finding some offense in the second quarter. Panouk. Man in motion is Rich. They give it to him around the near side and gets a hole. Braves trying to rip at the football first. Gain down to the 37, 38-yard line. Again, too much on the toss sweep on first down for Kennedy. Down to 37, second down and 4. Under 8 minutes. Second down and 4 from the 37. Panouk. Again, looks to throw. Pass caught. And dragged down by a shirt collar by Henry White. Colby Rich is going to get half the yardage he needed. And a big third down play for Kennedy on their best drive of the game after picking up a couple of first downs into Braves territory to the 35. Third down at 2. Braves defense needs to stiffen up. Braves sideline trying to applaud their defense, trying to give them some motivation to get the stop, and they're not going to get it. Colby Rich down to the 30, enough for a Kennedy first down on 3rd and 2, a gain of 5, and Kennedy will keep the ball moving as the scoreboard has gone out. Scoreboard has come back on. Under 7 minutes, first half, 3-0 Banks. Last time Banks played here last year or a couple of years ago against Santiam Christian, game was decided by a field goal. Hopefully that is not the case tonight, but so far that's the only points we've seen in the contest to give to number 24 for no gain for Kennedy. That is number 24, Jaden Traeger, second down and 10 for the Trojans. Coming up on 6 minutes, first half. 3-0 Braves, 28-yard field goal from Chase Meade in the first quarter. Panouk to throw. Has time, flutters out. Ball may have been hit as he threw. That pass is incomplete, intended for number 20, Reggie Ifanouk. Third down and 10. Braves defense has stiffened up after Kennedy had first and 10 from the Braves 30. Incompletion stops the clock with 5s on the timer. Panouk to throw. Lobs it over the top and incomplete, intended for number 11, Stefan Handren. 4th and 10 for Kennedy, and they'll likely go here, kind of caught no man's land. Even with 2 kickers, this might be out of range for either Morales or Gianni Galvis. .5:49 first half, 3-0 Braves. Kennedy 4th and 10 from the Braves 30. And in motion for Kennedy to throw over the top, intercepted! Breaking the round is Henry White. He's going to go all the way to the house. Far side, 2 turnovers. Nobody's going to touch him. Beautiful play defensively, Henry White. The Braves leading back, also a great safety secondary man with his speed. Once he got the ball in his hands, nobody going to touch him. And takes that ball 70 yards back to the house after the interception on the screenplay. Banks is now up 2 scores with 5:37 to go in the first half. Kennedy had all the momentum up to that point, limiting Banks to just 1 field goal. Defense playing a big role tonight in the game for both sides. Extra point for Meade, 5:37 first half. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. 5:37 to go in the first half. Number 2, Banks, finally getting the offense they need via the defense. Henry White, a 70-yard pick six to put the Braves up 10-0. We'll be back in just a moment. And Colby Rich on the return, out of bounds to the 29 far side for Kennedy. 5:29 first half, Banks a 10-0 lead. Want to stay in shape, be involved in a sport you love, and earn money in the process? Become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials for more information and to get started. Panuke in the Kennedy offense after the turnover, the second of the game for the Trojans. 2 turnovers for Panuke, including a pick six from Henry White on the last drive. Short give to the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Panuke and the Kennedy offense come to the line under 5 minutes first half, trailing 10-0. Panuke with a one back man in motion. Number 20 fakes the toss sweep, now tries to go off the opposite side to Colby Rich. He's going to lose back to the 25, thrown down out of bounds. A loss on the play, 3rd down and long for Kennedy. And now the Braves defense leading the way for Banks in this game after the offense has been shut down. 3rd down and long from the 24 of Kennedy. 3rd down and 15. Panuke out of shotgun. Dumps it over the top. 24 up to about the 35. It will not be enough for a first down, though, making the catch. Number 24, Jaden Traeger. Four and a half minutes first half, 10-0 Banks. 2 turnovers and apparently a flag on the play, but it looks like they're going to pick it up against Braves sideline. Maybe a sideline warning against the Braves. First turnover led to a 28-yard field goal from Chase Meade in the first quarter. Second interception taken all the way back to the house by Henry White. A little bit of an issue with the snap. Kennedy Kennedy no, it was a flag against the Braves. It gave Kennedy a first down to the 40-yard line, and now another flag on the play. Pass interference offensive against Kennedy, and that's going to back the Trojans up into a first down and long situation. Now they picked up the flag. Second down and 4 from the 46 of Kennedy. 4:21 first half. And in motion for Kennedy, the give to number 20. Hit in the backfield, a loss of about 2 back to the 44. It'll be third down and 6 after loss of 2 on the carry by Reggie Ifanuk. Under 4 minutes first half. 10-0 Braves. Coming into this game, we did not think it would be a 47-7 type blowout. Too much respect for Kennedy. They're not going to roll over and die. High snap. Ifanuk to throw. Pass is caught. 40, 35, 30, 25. Finally brought down at the 20-yard line. Number 88, the tight end. The wide receiver, Landon Klein. Big pass play for Kennedy. Puts the Trojans into the Braves red zone, 1st and 10 from the Braves 19. Ifanuk with Traeger, the lone back, high snap, able to bring it down though, just throws it out of bounds. Try to get rid of the football and avoid the turnover, 2nd down and 10. Second down and 10 following the incompletion. 3:09 to go first half. 1st 10 for Kennedy from the Braves 19. Ifanuk. To throw, batted down. Great job by number 64 for the Braves. Cole Wilson, 3rd down and 10. Landon Klein listed as a wide receiver, but built like a tight end at 6 foot 175. Likely 2-down territory for Kennedy, down 2 scores. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Ifanuk looks to throw. Hit as he throws. Out of bounds. No flag on the play. Ball was thrown out of the right front corner of the end zone anyway, so even if they threw a flag on the play, they shouldn't have, because it wouldn't have had any chance of being caught in the end zone. That'll bring up 4th down for Kennedy, and again, Banks in a bend, don't break defensive mentality, allowing Kennedy to get into the red zone for the first time tonight. Down to 4th and 10 from the Braves 19. Ifanuk to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And they're going to throw a flag on the play, likely pass interference against Banks. This is pass interference against the Braves, which it most likely is. It'll be first and goal, 2 for Kennedy as the flag occurred in the end zone. Pass interference against the Braves, 2:54 first half, first and 10 Kennedy. They're going to spot the ball at the 10. So first and goal for Kennedy. Under 3 minutes first half. Down marker still looks like it says 4. And Colby Rich. Not sure what's going on with the down marker. They indicated pass interference, which should be an automatic first down for Kennedy. The down marker shows 4. And it's going to be Braves football after Kennedy held short on 4th down. So apparently a 10-yard pass interference penalty against the Braves in the end zone did not give Kennedy a first down. 4th down and short, and they're able to hold for no gain on the give to Colby Rich. Braves take over first and 10 from their own 10-yard line, moving right to left. Late first half, leading 10-0. Trips to the top for Nate Lyda. Gilbert now switches positions far side. Lyda's going to keep it and get thrown down after a gain of 3, maybe 4. He'll be stopped shy of the 15-yard line, 2.5 minutes first half. And 4 on the keeper from Lyda to the 14. Under 2 minutes first half. Lyda rolling right. Looks to throw. Caught by Judson Woods. Enough for the first down. Did he get out of bounds? Judson Woods first down to the 21, 22-yard line. Going to stop the clock either way. Briefly, but clock starts once again under 2 minutes. First and 10. Lyda to throw. Looking, has time over the middle, and looks like a miscommunication on the route. More Kennedy jerseys in the area. Nobody within 20 yards for Banks. Ball thrown up around midfield around the 45. Stops the clock. 1:37 remaining in the first half. Jervis leading Douglas of Winston 14-7 at halftime. A battle of 2 double-digit seeds. Regardless of who wins this game tonight, we could see 2 teams create District 1 semifinals next week. Pass to Gilbert. Bobbled it. Diving forward is going to be well shy of the first down. Just lucky to hold on to the football. The 24-yard line, 3rd down and 7. Under a minute for the first half. Are the Braves going to try to get something going offensively quickly, or just try to go in at the half up by 2 scores? Lyda, throw. Down the far side, nearly intercepted. No flag on the play. Pass intended for Brody Johnson. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10, 4th down for the Braves. So they're going to have to punt. 38 seconds remaining in the half. And Braves are going to fake it. Mead, far side, gets the first down. 40, 45 out of bounds up to the 48. Late first half, a little trickery from the Braves. And Chase Mead with a great run on the fake punt. Gets all the way up to midfield with 29 seconds remaining in the half. "22 seconds, 20, ball at the 45. Slider to throw. Has time. Probably too much time now. He's going to keep and has got to get out of bounds. A late flag on the play. Going to be a hold. Holding against Banks. 2 seconds left, and that will likely take away any notion of putting more points on the board before the end of the half. Halftime update from 4A football. Scappoose all over Tillamook, 27-0 at home at halftime in the battle of 4A District 1 Co-op League teams. First and 20 for the Braves from the 35, and Lida likely to just take a knee with 2 seconds before the end of the half. And that will do it for the first half. Lida will take a knee, and first half has been decided all by the defense. Banks with 2 interceptions leading directly or indirectly to points. The first interception at the 30-yard line, Kennedy buckled down and held the Braves to a 28-yard Chase Mead field goal in the first quarter. Second quarter interception from Henry White, though. Braves leading running back took it all the way back to the house, 70 yards to put the Braves up 10-0, and that's where we stand at intermission. Halftime, bit of a low scoring and surprising score. Banks averaging 42 points a game. They're only up 10-0 at halftime over the number 7 Trojans. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with more halftime festivities from HARE Field in Hillsboro. Number 2 Banks 10, number 7 Kennedy nothing. We'll be back minutes after this OSAA timeout.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low-interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
Explore your world with Donna Mallard-Hawkins at Infinity Escapes Travel. She's a Banks alum and can help you find great deals on cruises with Regent Seven Seas and discounts on guests with Virgin Voyages and Royal Caribbean. Want to stay ashore? Check out featured tours like National Parks of the American West, like tours of Croatia and Madagascar. Book your next vacation with Donna Mallard-Hawkins and Infinity Escapes Travel, calling 823-634-8080 or visit infinityescapestravel.com.
O'Leary Air is proudly offering Dakin Comfort Pro HVAC products. They've been serving the West Side and Greater Portland Metro since 2015. They pride themselves in getting the job done right, backed by a legacy of integrity, respect, and honesty. O'Leary Air offers competitive pricing on all their work. Give them a call today at 503-989-5251. That's 503-989-5251. Online at o'learyair.com. CCB number 239855.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back halftime from HARE Field in Hillsboro on the facility used by the Hillsboro Spartans and the Glencoe Crimson Tide, owned by the Hillsboro School District in the heart of central Hillsboro. Halftime low-scoring affair, Banks 10, Kennedy nothing. End of the first quarter, Banks had a 3-0 lead after getting short field off of a Jake Lamb interception that led to a 28-yard field goal from Chase Meade to put the Braves up 3-0. Second quarter, another interception, this time for Henry White. Took it all the way back 70 yards to the house to put the Braves up 10-0, which is our score at halftime. Two other scores from 4A and 3A games at the half. Scappoose all over Tillamook, 27-0. Banks is moving back up to 4A next year and will likely be seeing a lot more of Scappoose and Tillamook. They did beat Seaside earlier in the season in the home opener in week 2 pretty convincingly. Other halftime score we have from 3A football, the battle between the two double-digit seeds in the two upset-minded teams, the Douglas Trojans and the Jervis Cougars at Jervis. Cougars up 14-7 over the Trojans at halftime. The winner of that game will face either Cascade Christian or North Valley in the semifinals. As here at halftime, rightly so, the Banks girls cross-country team, the state champions, being recognized, as well as the boys cross-country team, who finished in 4th place. So we gave you the scoring drives, just those two. Again, a defensive-minded first half. Banks will get the ball first to start the second half after kicking away to start the game. Kennedy has, they did get into the red zone once from Banks, but were held on kind of a strange play. Pass interference called in the back left corner of the end zone on 3rd and 10, but not enough apparently for the first down, although the flag occurred in the end zone, which we thought maybe different at the high school level, but thought that would give Kennedy an automatic first down at the 2-yard line. Instead, they marked it just outside the 10, and Banks was able to hold after Colby Rich tried to get the first down on the ground. Braves were not quite able to score as the first half came to a close, and Braves have a 10-0 lead at halftime. We'll take another 2-minute break and get you some more local sponsors in. At halftime from HARE Field, number 2 Banks 10, number 7 Kennedy and Mount Angel nothing. 2025 OSAA 3A football quarterfinals from HARE Field in Hillsboro. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
At Wana Credit Union, every individual is unique, with different needs, different wants, and different goals. This is who we are, and we live here. Our families live here. Our friends live here. This is our home, because to us, you're not a number. You're an individual. Wana Credit Union. Individuals welcome.
Do you have your next vacation planned? Whether it's time for a cruise, weekend getaway, or a bucket list resort, let Lazy Hammock Travel in North Plains help you. Lazy Hammock Travel, your passport to relaxation. Call Jason Ackerman at 503-332-5571 or visit their website, lazyhammocktravel.com. Lazy Hammock Travel, proud sponsors of Banks Braves Athletics and American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. Legacy Roofing can save your home from leaks, mold, and other issues related to an older roof, preventing future roof issues, saving you thousands of dollars. They use only the most trusted materials backed by an excellent warranty that is transferred if you ever sell your home. Legacy is tops in their field, earning the GAF Master Elite certification and the Golden Pledge warranty. For more information or to get a free quote, call 503-357-7663 today. And we're back halftime. Number 2, Banks. A little bit of a surprising score, leading Kennedy just 10-0 at halftime from HARE Field. Trying to see if we can get you some other scores at halftime. Cascade Christian taking on North Valley tonight. The winner will face either Douglas of Winston or Jervis. Halftime score from Jervis, Cougars leading Douglas 14-7. Second quarter update, 6A football, Willamette leading Central Catholic 20-14. Westland and Jesuit tied at the half at 14. Lake Oswego a 14-3 lead on Grants Pass. Told you earlier, Scappoose Oliver Tillamook at the half 27-0. 1A football Doofer leading Perrydale 30-6 at the half. 2A St. Paul leading Glatskanai 22-8 at halftime. Silverton and Wilsonville no score. Dallas and Mountain View no score reported at the half. Lakeridge leading Nelson 15-3. And that is all the updates we have for you at this point for high school football playoffs around the state of Oregon, as have been reported to us that we can find online. We'll take another 2-minute break and get you another local break and be back in just a moment.
Divine Home Solutions can upgrade your kitchen with quality cabinets. Divine Home Solution focuses on quick turnaround time from lead to completion. They also have luxury vinyl plank flooring as well. Don't just make your kitchen beautiful, make it divine. Divine Home Solutions, 971-407-6742 or 971-325-7759 and online at divinehome.solutions.
Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process an enjoyable one. If you're in the business or have questions about purchasing or refinancing your home, call Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, 503-327-5302, or visit uhm.com/kvanmeter. Union Home Mortgage, official sponsor of the PBR. Union Home Mortgage promises cap. Christy Van Meter is licensed in Oregon 1700271, Washington MLO-17002. 1039271, and Arizona 1039867. Union Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229.
Casey Ogden is a healthcare expert with more than 40 years in the field serving others and is college certified in nursing and healthcare administration. Her business, Casey Ogden Healthcare Services, offers everything you need for home health, from limited medical equipment, meal preparation, medication management, medical transportation, and more. Call 971-273-6058 or email caseyogden.hcs.llc@gmail.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we're back 2 minutes before the start of the third quarter. Banks will receive the ball first. Kennedy making their way back onto the field. Chase Meade practicing field goals. Connected on a 28-yarder in the first quarter to put the Braves up with the first points of the game. 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Henry White, the only other points in the game after a 70-yard pick-six on a screenplay from Kennedy with about around the 5-minute mark of the first half. That's been the only scoring in tonight's game. Banks coming in, scoring 42 points in almost each of their contests this season. Held to just 10 points here at halftime at HARE Field against the Kennedy Trojans. Now the Braves make their way out of the locker room. If they add 3 more minutes to the halftime clock. Thanks a chance at a rematch in the semifinals against the Burns Islanders, who knocked them out of the playoffs last year. Burns, the 11 seed, again went on to win the state title for 3A, defeating rival Vail. Banks knocked off the number 1 seed Cascade Christian, this year's number 1 seed Cascade Christian, in the quarterfinals last year in a great game at Kelly Field. It came down to the final minutes. Banks and Kennedy right now kind of on a collision course to meet in the championship, but we thought that last year as well. Except for the fact that Cascade Christian was not the number 1 seed. Banks and Cascade Christian wound up working out in the bracket that they faced each other in the quarterfinals. They have added 3 more minutes to the clock. A couple of other scores to give you. Other Oregon sports teams, Blazers get blown out at Houston, 140 to 116. Not a good night for the Blazers defensively, and the Ducks trying to make a statement, trying to move up hopefully in the BCS rankings, leading Minnesota at halftime 28-6. Halftime over the Gophers of Minnesota. Ducks 2 more games left after tonight. They will host USC next weekend and finish the season at Washington for the final game of their regular college football season, hoping for a spot in the college football playoff. And the jump around with Cole Linehan kind of looks like a mosh pit in there with right in the middle of all his players. Ducks fumble it on one of their touchdowns, kind of the old school uniforms. Fumbled the football in the end zone, ruled a touchback. Oh, okay. Ruled a touchdown after initially being questioned as whether or not it was a touchback, shaking his head. Number 6 for the Ducks, Noah Whittington. Wasn't really a play where he tries to drop it in the end zone or drop it as he's crossing the goal line. Just nobody within 30 yards of him. Lost the handle, but he was already in the end zone when the fumble occurred. Back for the Braves, Henry White and Lane Gilbert as we get ready to start the second half from HARE Field. Now Kennedy has broke their huddle and made their way onto the field. I want to thank all of our local sponsors as well as OSAA sponsors, On Point Credit Union and Toyota, for helping us bring you last week's broadcast as well as tonight. This will be our final broadcast of the fall sports season, regardless win or lose due to OSAA contractual obligations. Basketball season will start in just a couple of weeks in early December. Kick is away, and a short kick going to be taken by Brody Johnson at the 30-yard line. And not much of a return to the 35, maybe the 36. First and 10 for the Braves, opening the third quarter with the football from their own 36-yard line, moving left to right. Ball middle of the field, not the 50-yard line, but right between the hash marks at the 36. Lida with Henry White. We have not seen Garrett Graham, last week's surprise leader with 3 touchdowns from the Braves tight end. Swap out footballs. Lida now ready to go, gets the whistle to play. Keep it himself. Near side. Steps into a hole. 40, 45, midfield. He may score down the near side. Touchdown, Nate Lida. First play from scrimmage. Cole Linehan says, let's go score as the team starts the second half. And one play in, he gets his team to respond after a 64-yard keeper from Nate Lida to go up 16-0. Need to attempt. Snap to Lida. Kick is down. Kick is up and through. 11:45 to go in the third quarter. One play, 64 yards. Nate Lida takes it to the house. It's Banks 17 and Kennedy nothing. Back after this OSAA.
What's stopping you from going to school and learning new things? Or buying an old car to make it new again? Do you dream about building a business, exploring new places, or even buying your very first home? Whatever you're trying to do, On Point Community Credit Union can help you do it. With low interest loans, credit cards, business banking, and more. On Point. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 22 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the resilient RAV4 to the majestic Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Based on manufacturer's websites as of 11/21/23.
And we're back. The kickoff after the 64-yard touchdown off the keeper from quarterback Nate Lida goes into the end zone. Kennedy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, moving right to left. Minnesota has now scored. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oregon up 28-12. Panuke to throw. Ball hit as he throws. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. Panuke again looks to throw, turns, throws right. Intercepted by Nate Lida. 35-30, cuts back far side. He may score out of bounds at the 20. Nate Lida doing it all early in the second half. A 64-yard quarterback keeper, and now an interception, the third of the game thrown by Panuke. 1st and 10 Braves in the Kennedy red zone. Kennedy has played great defense all first half, holding Banks to just 2 scores. And now in 2 quick first possessions to start the second half, Banks may add even more points. They already have added more points, but they have more points here in their first 2 possessions of the second half than they did the whole first half. Lida. 5 receiver set. Trips near side. White goes in motion. Big to give to White. Lida. No, it's Gilbert in a quarterback. Far side. 5. Dives to the end zone. Ball comes out of bounds. Did he get to the pylon? Going to mark it out of bounds at the 2. 1st and goal for the Braves after Lane Gilbert comes in at quarterback. Kind of a wildcat type formation. Lane Gilbert still in at quarterback. Not sure if something happened to Nate Lida, but a high snap bobbles it. Now is just going to have to eat it out of bounds all the way back at the 10. Lucky to hold on to the football. It is number 4, not number 6. Again, lighting issues from the film room, kind of a camera well next to the press box at HARE Field. Second and goal from the 10, under 11 minutes, third quarter. 17-0 Braves, threatening to score again. It is light at quarterback, but two backs with Gilbert and Henry White. Give to Gilbert off the near side, down to the 5. It'll be third down and goal. The Braves are unable to get in here. We may see a second field goal attempt from Chase Meade. Tight formation to the near side. Lyda fakes the give. In the pocket, has time, now has to get rid of it through the hands of Gilbert out of bounds. Fourth down. And Chase Meade likely to come on. And Lyda slow to get up. Grabbing his right knee. Appears to be okay, but a little gimpy. Chase Meade comes on to attempt a second field goal tonight. Looks like it'll be about a 25-yarder. .23-yard field goal attempt from the far hash mark for Chase Meade. 9:35 third quarter. Braves leading 17-0. Lyda to hold. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it is good. 9:31 to go in the third quarter. Chase Meade, Banks had 10 points the entire first half. They have 10 points, matching their first half total in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. It's Banks 20, Kennedy nothing. 9:31 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back after this local 30-second timeout.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
And we're back, 9:31 to go in the third quarter. A little bit of issue getting the ball teed up for Chase Meade, who just connected on a 23-yard field goal for the Braves to put Banks up 20-0, 9:31 third quarter. Away, and we'll go again out. Die in the back of the end zone for another touchback. Purchase your official state championships merchandise at OSAAstore.com. With Rush Team Apparel, the exclusive merchandise partner of the OSAA, you have more options. Customize your gear with your school name, a student-athlete name, event decals, and more. Nike products are also available. Browse the selection of official state championships merchandise at OSAAstore.com. HILLSBORO.com. Kennedy, after the Braves field goal, big first down run, close to a first down for Traeger, I believe, down to up to the 29, second down and short. Jaden Traeger, a gain of about 8.5, second down and short for the Trojans. Fanuc giving in to Traeger, first down across the 30, all the way fighting hard for extra yards. Up past the 35 to the 36. First and 10 for Kennedy, under 9 minutes, third quarter. Kennedy moving right to left, third quarter, 8.5 minutes. Fanuc. Throw. All kinds of time. No flag on the play. Kennedy coaching staff wanting the flag to come out, but with him step by step. And great job to prevent the catch. Second down and 10. Jervis has scored again now. Both teams have scored third quarter. Jervis now up 22-9 over Douglas. Douglas safety in the third quarter after trailing 14-7 at halftime. Fanuc, the give off the backfield, thrown down in the backfield. It's going to be either Fanuc or Traeger. It's Jaden Traeger, and he's going to go down and stay down all the way back at the 30-yard line. A huge loss on the play, and maybe, unfortunately, a huge loss for Kennedy. And Jaden Traeger is down on the field. Maybe a cramp, trying to work on the left leg. $8:11 to go in the third quarter. Banks 20, Kennedy nothing. That'll give us time to tell you a little bit more about On Point. On Point Community Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the OSAA State Championship. On Point is Oregon's largest locally headquartered credit union, serving more than 618,000 members. Visit onpointcu.com. On Point is federally insured by the NCUA. That stands for National Credit Union Association. Equal housing opportunity. And also, this broadcast is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. And Jaden Traeger, one of the leading running backs for Kennedy, still down on the field. Taking a look at his left knee or lower left leg. Yeah, Jervis is leading Douglas 22-9. And that's the only other score I have for 3A. And Jaden Traeger is going to be helped off the field. Definitely looks like something more than a cramp. He's not putting either foot on the turf. He's going to be helped off. Oh, Reggie Ifanuk, 20, not 24. Reggie Ifanuk, the ball carrier, being helped off the field, not Jaden Traeger. Kennedy ready to go on offense. Third down and short from the 33. 8:10 to go. Panook rolling right. Throws. Intercepted again. Again, it's Nate Lida at the 44, 43-yard line of the Braves. 4 interceptions for Panook. 2 by Nate Lida. At this point, hate to say it, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kennedy just running out of gas. After they had played so well defensively in the first half. Held Banks to just 2 scores at half in the first half. Banks scored 10 just in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter and threatening again after their 4th takeaway. Lida from the 43 of Kennedy, moving left to right. Ball on the far hash mark. Receiver set, Twins offset near side. Now Gilbert goes in motion. Make the give to Henry Whitelight is going to keep able to break a tackle, avoid a sack. Spins, and he's still going to be sacked back to the 45, a loss of 2, down and long. Give him forward progress to the 44, but it will be a loss of a yard on the play, so he'll still go as a sack for Lida. Henry White in motion. Now 2 backs with Gilbert beside Lida, and we have a whistle and a timeout. Banks, I do believe. Timeout Braves, 7:04 to go in the third quarter. Banks 20, Kennedy nothing. Braves look a bit confused offensively on second down and long from 44 when we come back. 7:04 to go. Banks 20, nothing.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back. Lida whistles and late false start or delay of game. Offsides against Kennedy. So now instead of second down and long, it's going to be a much more manageable second down and 7 from the Braves 39. Or from the Kennedy 39. Encroachment against the Trojans, second down and 7 from the Trojans 39 for Banks. Lida. Done it all tonight. The Braves quarterback 2 interceptions as well as a 64-yard keeper. Judson Woods, first down inside the 25, near side. We'll see where they spot the football. It will be a first down regardless. Like a gain of 15, 24. That is where they'll spot the football. A gain of 15 for Judson Woods on the catch. We'll also see if I have a voice remaining after this game comes to a conclusion. Gilbert back in at quarterback. Henry White. Gilbert's going to keep it near side, 20-15. This is going to come back due to a hold. He does make it all the way down to the 5-yard line, but it's not going to matter. Flag thrown at the 22-yard line. violation will bring the ball back to the 32 of the Braves. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, the 20-yard line. Now they're going to mark it actually further back than that, close to the 35. I think it was a hold, but they threw the flag at the 22. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul should be the 32. They're marking it back at the 34. So the hold apparently occurred at the 24-yard line. The flag landed at the 22. So it's going to be first and long from the 34, first and 20 from the 34. Braves need to get to the 14 for a first down. Light at a throw. Has a man. Judson Woods. He dropped it. He had the touchdown. All he had to do was carry the ball across the goal line. It's not going to go as a fumble, just bobbled it as he crossed the goal line, second down and long. Lyda again a quarterback. Three receivers set, Twins near side with Gilbert and Woods. Gilbert goes in motion. Give to Henry White. Trips as he crosses the 35. Somersaults inside the 35. 34. Third down and long. Third and 19 from the 34 of Kennedy. They'll just get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 20. No gain on the play. Banks with 10 points in the first half, matching that here in the third quarter alone. Still 5 minutes left. Light at a throw over the middle, and coming up short, Brody Johnson, and he may have got the point of the football in his chest, and may have got the wind knocked out of him. He's down on the field as he tried to dive to make the catch. Fourth and long for the Braves. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down if he had made the catch. He's down at the 20-yard line on his back. And Brody Johnson's going to come up under his own power. Likely just got the wind knocked out of him after. That can hurt, especially with a lot of velocity on the football. If you try to make the catch with your chest, Braves going to attempt a field goal from here. Good on Chase Meade if he's able to connect. We've seen some long ones in the NFL. Ball at the 34-yard line. This would be about a 40-yard field goal, a 50-yard field goal attempt for Chase Meade. 52-yarder from the 42 of the Braves. Chase Meade to attempt his third of the game. He's made two earlier tonight. We've seen him connect from this distance during warm-ups at halftime. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it has the distance. Oh, no. Just left. I think it had the distance. Kennedy holds and keeps Banks off the board. Great effort from Chase Meade. Nearly able to connect from 52 yards. Comes up just short on his third field goal attempt of the night. 4:59 third quarter. Kennedy will take over after the missed field goal. First and 10 from their own 20. Definitely has been a great asset for the Braves this year, although he hasn't been needed much, except on kickoffs. Colby Rich goes in motion for Kennedy and Panook. Nice tackle that time, thrown down hard at the 20-yard line, no gain. One of the first times tonight that Kennedy has not had positive yardage on first down runs. Rich will gain a yard to the 21, 4:40. Like it was Christian Medina making the stop that time, number 21 for the Braves. Nuke again to throw. No fear despite 4 interceptions. That one hangs up. And nice job by Nate Lida in coverage. Having to play defense, the receiver, Stefan Handren. Otherwise, that might have been the third pick of the night for Nate Lida. Third down and long for Kennedy from the 21, 3rd and 9, 4:15, third quarter. Kennedy's only had really one strong drive where they got just inside the Banks red zone. Passes too high, intended for Handren, would have been enough for the first down. Threw it past him. Handren just able to get a hand on it. 4th and long for Kennedy from their own 21. Gilbert, the only man back at midfield. Coming late onto the field for the Braves, number 33. Cole Lamb, and this one's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Kennedy not able to get the punt away. Going to go out of the back of the end zone. 22-0 Braves. .407 third quarter. Banks puts more points on the board thanks to the defense on a punt snap out of the back of the end zone. 22-0 Braves. 4:07 left third quarter. Kennedy forced to kick it back to the Braves after failing on their last kick attempt that went out of the back of the end zone. Ten points in the first half for the Braves, 12 quarter alone, and still 4 minutes. It's going to be taken by Medina at about the 47, hit hard. Gets up to the 45 and slammed backwards, but 1st and 10 for the Braves. Good field position from the Kennedy 45 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Already up 3 scores. Braves 22, Kennedy nothing. 4:01 third quarter. Lida at quarterback. Take the give, pass tipped, and incomplete. Gilbert tried to make a play on the ball, but went skipped. Ball falls incomplete. 3:57, 22-0. Wyatt Jackson coming in for Garrett Graham. Lida still rolling, looking to throw. Has him, too high, intended for number 23. Ben Lida, near side. Ball goes out of bounds after the third down and 10. Empty backfield for the Braves. 5 receivers set, trips off set far side. Whistles, timeout, delay of game against the Braves. Thought maybe they might have got the timeout first, but back the ball back to midfield. Third down and 15. Lida, man in motion, is Ben Lida. And it's Nate Lida making the catch down the far side, all the way down to the 15. First and 10 for the Braves. No flag on the play. Oh, there is a flag back at the 43-yard line against the Braves. Holding against the Braves. We'll back it up to the 47 of Kennedy. Third down and 18. .338 third quarter. 4 receivers set with the lone back White. Now White goes in motion. Lida to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Flag on the play, likely another Braves hold. Dumps it off. Pass is incomplete. Holding against Banks. So a promising drive that started at the 45 following the Kennedy safety has done nothing but go backwards after a couple of penalties on the drive, both holding calls, and the Braves are going to be punt after penalties declined on third down. 4th and 18 for Banks from their own 47-yard line. Needs punt, nearly blocked, but taken by Colby Rich and calls for the fair catch after 13. First and 10 for the Trojans, 3:15 to go in the third quarter, trailing 22-0. Need 2 field goals. Six for Henry White and a 64-yard keeper for Nate Lyda, the scoring for the Braves. Ball came out late. Bottom of the pile. Is this the 5th turnover of the game for the Braves? Braves say they have it, and it's number 77. Chance Lindsay at the bottom of the pile coming out with it for the Braves. No indication yet from the officials. No, they're going to say it's Kennedy football. So after all that, no gain on the fumble apparently recovered by Kennedy despite Chase Lindsay coming out of the bottom of the pile with it. 2:15 third quarter, 22-0 Braves. Panook. Snap pass caught by Colby Rich. Hard tackle. Number 2, Quentin Rieger. Close to the first down, second down and 2, a gain of 8, but nice tackle by Jake Lamb. Third down and 2. Panook going to keep it off the far side and run into his own blocker, but it should be enough for a first down, and it will be 24-yard line. Henry White also in on the tackle and Kennedy just getting to the 25-yard line. Needed to get to the 24 for a first down. 1:20 clock moving, third quarter, 22-0 Banks. Panook, a shotgun, a little bit of an issue with the snap. Nearly intercepted by Jake Lamb. I'm not sure if he got a piece swipe at the football, but it's incomplete, intended for Stephen Handren. It's spelled like Stephen. H is Ben. Stephen Handren, the incompletion. Spelled like Stephen, but pronounced Stephen. Kennedy's camera guy for helping us on that pronunciation. Pass intended for Quentin Rieger again near the first down marker, incomplete. Under a minute for the third quarter. Kennedy still to get on the board, trailing 22-0. Third down at 10. Nuke 4 interceptions, no touchdowns. Nuke again to throw, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to go down back at the 15. Fourth and long for Kennedy, another punt coming, 45 seconds, third quarter. And last time Kennedy punted, they had the ball even closer, 5 yards upfield, and couldn't get it out of the end zone. We're going to give him forward progress to the 18. Still. Gilbert back in midfield. Time they'll get the kick away. Oh, it's going to be high and go about 10 yards out of bounds at the 23. Horrible punt for Kennedy. Horrible special teams. Last time they had it blocked or a ball went out of the back of the end zone on the punt snap. This time it goes 3 yards? 4 yards? 4-yard punt for Kennedy out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the Trojan 25 or 20. A 2-yard punt for Kennedy. For a second, it appeared as if that ball may even go backwards. Lida raise an opportunity to score before the end of the quarter. White sends Ben Lida in motion. Give to Henry White. Just crosses the 20-yard line for maybe a yard. That'll end the third quarter. After 3, Banks had a 10-0 lead at halftime. 10-0. They scored 12 in the third quarter. Just about every way you can imagine. Field goal, safety, and touchdown. We head to the fourth quarter. It's number 2, Banks 22. Number 7, Kennedy, nothing. Back after the local 1-minute break.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back 22-0 Braves as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. On point, OSAA 2025 Oregon 3A football quarterfinals between two 3A District 1 opponents, the number 2 seed Banks Braves and the number 7 seed Kennedy Trojans. Third down and 4, looks like from the 14. Lida with Henry White. Trips to the near side. 3 receiver set. Top of the field is empty and the ball snap is dropped. Lida's now just going to have to take a knee in a late. No, they did. There's a flag. Flag comes out on a late hit after Lida had taken a knee. Fumbled snap, tried to give it to, I believe, a back who had his back turned. Ball hit the turf. It took a while before anybody noticed. Lida able to go back and get it. And able to, once he got to the football, just took a knee. And after he had taken it, got hit by Kennedy. And they're trying to work out his left knee or left leg. Lida Braves quarterback down on the field early fourth quarter, 10:58. fourth quarter. Chris Lyda, Braves public address announcer. Very upset. It is against Kennedy. Personal foul penalty definitely against Kennedy. Jervis leading Douglas 36-15 fourth quarter. So Jervis will likely advance to the semis. Most likely Cascade Christian. We have not seen a score for the challengers tonight in their contest against North Valley. So Banks with a 4th and 1 after the personal foul. From the 11, Braves are going to go. Gilbert now in a quarterback, no Finn and Haley. Gilbert's going to keep and dive forward, tripping across the 10, so it will be enough for a Braves first down. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Gilbert in a quarterback, likely for the remainder of the game after the late hit to Lyda after he had taken a knee. Henry White able to break out of a ankle tackle, get maybe to the 5 far side. Early fourth quarter, 22-0 Banks. Second and goal from the 5, 22-0 Banks, under 10 minutes left. Receiver set, looks like Judson Woods far side. Then Lyda. Also near side, and Gilbert gets the corner, and pirouettes into the end zone, left front corner, turned around and spun his way into the end zone. Lane Gilbert from 5 yards out, 28-0 Banks, 9:32 left, and that might do it. To attempt the extra point. Snap down high, kick up, and it is good. 9:32 left in the game. Banks 29, Kennedy nothing. Kennedy did a pretty good job in the first half, limiting the Braves to 10 points, but Banks with 19 in the second half, 10 in the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter to open things up. It's Banks 29, Kennedy nothing. Back in 30 seconds after the
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back 29-0 Banks, 9:32 left after the 5-yard touchdown run from Lane Gilbert. And Kennedy will take over 1st and 10 after the kickoff following the touchdown run from Lane Gilbert. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their own 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 41. A gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Jaden Traeger close to the 45. They'll give him to the 44, 2nd down and 7. Kennedy's going to have to go to the air, though, pretty soon, trailing by 4 scores, 9:32 left. And Quentin Rieger, no gain, in fact, may have lost a yard. Will be a loss of a yard, 3rd down and 8. Kennedy is unable to score on this drive. You might, well, put a fork in the Trojans. Historically, we're the ones putting the fork in there. Close. Banuk to throw. Great drop pass. Judson Woods in coverage had a chance at the interception. Here's your ball game with 8:05 left. Kennedy trailing 29-0. If the Trojans are unable to at least get a 1st down and keep the drive going, it will likely be game over for Kennedy. Gilbert will be back in punt return coverage, but Braves have got to watch for the fake. Kennedy in desperation mode, needing at least the 1st down 4 scores with 8 minutes left. Nuke is the kicker for Kennedy. It is going to kick it away, and the ball will go out of bounds around the 25-yard line. They'll mark it out at the 23 of the Braves. 7:57 to go in the contest. A couple of 1st downs for the Braves should just about do it. Nate Lida still on the sideline for the Braves after the late hit. Done for the night. Lida is done for the night after the late hit, after taking a knee on a fumble recovery. Gilbert, nice job to make something out of nothing, up across the 25 to the 27, maybe the 28. 2nd down and 6. Brennan Haley, normally the backup, now in a quarterback for the Braves. 7.5 minutes left. Give to Henry White off The far side has some room, gets the first down. Down the far side all the way up to midfield. 7:06 to go, out of bounds at about the 48, close to the 49-yard line. They're going to mark it back at the 46, but it will be a gain of 19 on 2nd down and 6. Braves should be content to just keep the ball on the ground and run out the second half of the fourth quarter up by 4 scores. Haley, bobbled snap again, and I think Kennedy got on it. Will be Kennedy football. That's the first time we've seen Finn and Haley in with the starting unit, so that can happen when you're trying to get the backup quarterback to hand off to the star running back. 10 for Kennedy from their own 44 now with some momentum and a flag on the play. Likely a false start. Too many men on the field for Banks. 59 left in the game. 29-0 Braves. Banks doing everything they can to let Kennedy get back in the game. After the fumble, their first turnover of the game. Now 5 free yards. Trojans. 5 from the 39. Movement. Offsides Banks. Back-to-back penalties gives Kennedy a first down, and the clock hasn't moved. 10 from the 34 of Banks. Manuk turns, gives it to Colby Rich. Stop shy of the 30-yard line. Gain about 3 down to the 31. That will keep the clock moving. And a hanky on the field. For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has remained locally owned and operated. They support the community and people in places that matter. That's why they continue to sponsor the OSAA year after year. To find out more, visit PacificOffice.com. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved. Panuk turns and gives it to. Ball came out loose. Banks, I think, has it. It's Braves football. And that should do it. 6:12 left. 5 takeaways for Banks, just 1 turnover. Four receiver set with Gilbert back in at quarterback. And short to no gain for Christian Medina. So Kennedy, a decent job defensively, holding the Braves well under their season average. That will break the streak of 42 or more over the last, pretty much the entire season. Jervis now up on Douglas 44-21 fourth quarter. 4A football, Marshfield leading LeGrand 21-7 in the third, and West Lynn doubling up Jesuit 42-21 in the fourth quarter. Christian Medina again on the carry up to the 35. Good gain, but will be about 3 yards short of the first down, coming up on 5 minutes left in the game. They'll mark him back to the 34. Scappoose all over Tillamook final 46-7. St. Paul defeats Klatskanai 36-16 in 2A. And Churchill over Thurston 33-23 in a battle of Eugene area schools. Kind of a victory formation, bunch formation for the Braves. Toss to the near side. Medina gets not going to get much of anything. Maybe half a yard. He'll be stopped shy of the 35. It'll be 4th down. They do give him to the 35, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Colby Rich back for Kennedy. Braves will improve to 11-0. Colby Rich back. Punt return for the Trojans. Kick is away for Chase Mead. Ball will bounce at about the 42 and kick back up close to the 40. Kennedy will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 39, 3:39 remaining in the contest. Down 29-0. Banks will advance to take on either Vale or Burns. Have not seen an update yet from that game. Tomorrow. Vale and Burns playing tomorrow. Jervis is going to win. They're up 42-21. Traeger diving forward across the 45 to the 47. Second down and 3 for Kennedy from their own 46. I haven't heard anything on Cascade Christian. Oh. Cascade Christian, last score we had, they were up on North Valley 28-0 at halftime. Traeger hit hard. He's going to lose back, might get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him almost 1.5 yards now. They put the 3rd down marker at the 47, 3rd down and 2. Whistles and like a false start against Kennedy. That'll move the ball back to the 42-yard line, 3rd down and 7. 2:24 left, 29-0 Banks. Braves will improve to 11-0. But Cascade Christian and Jervis for the semifinals in the top half of the bracket, and Banks in either Vale or Burns. That game will be decided tomorrow. Panook to throw, and overthrew both Jetson Woods in coverage and Handren. Fourth down for Kennedy. 2:08 left. Panook to throw. Pass over the middle, caught. First down up to midfield. And Colby Rich gets inside the 45 to the 44 of Banks. Stops the clock just under 2 minutes. First down, Kennedy. Panook has time intended for number 88. Listed as wide receiver, but more of a tight end. Going to be Klein. Landon Klein, the intended receiver, incomplete, second down and 10, 1:39 left. Panook cut. Klein, first down, thrown forward, out of bounds, far side, 32. As Lawrence Welk would say, wonderful, wonderful. The Banks Braves are going to get the victory as somebody doing their best Lawrence Welk impersonation as bubbles come out to close out the victory. Bubbles appearing more heavily now. Give to number 25, Grant Bruner. Inside the 25. A wonderful night for the Braves. Commemorated with tons of bubbles over HARE Field. 45 seconds. Panook to throw, trying to put points on the board before the end of the half. And it's intercepted by Gilbert. He'll get out of bounds and slide down at the 30. 5 interceptions for Brody Panook tonight. 6 turnovers for Kennedy, only 1 for Banks, and that will do it. Banks will take a knee after the turnover, 34 seconds left. And he held under their point average for the season. Take a knee from the 30-yard line and advance to the semifinals. Either Vail or Burns after a 29-0 victory tonight over Kennedy. Great job tonight. The Braves offense looks confused. All they have to do is take a knee. There it is, Lane Gilbert, final score, 29-0. Banks improves to 11-0. Kennedy's season comes to an end at 8-3. As the Braves will advance to take on Vail or Burns in a contest to be decided tomorrow. Cascade Christian and Jervis, likely the other semifinal matchup. Last score we had, Cascade Christian was up 28-0 over North Valley at halftime as the officials meet to wrap up the contest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Braves have continued their undefeated season, 11 straight victories to open 2025. And they will advance to the semis to take on either Vail or Burns next weekend. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Banks 29, Kennedy 0 is your final score. That will do it for us from HARE Field in Hillsboro. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. That will do it for us for Fall Sports on Westside Mobile Media. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcasts this fall season, all the way up through the first round of the 2025 OSAA 3A volleyball playoffs and into the quarterfinals of the 2025 OSAA 3A football playoffs. Good luck to the Braves the rest of the way as they take on either Vail or Burns next weekend. We'll talk to you again come basketball season in a couple of weeks in early December. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night, and God bless.
Thank you for listening to this OSAA On Point Community Credit Union State Championship event. Serving more than 539,000 members, On Point Community Credit Union is the largest locally headquartered credit union and is the proud title sponsor of OSAA State Championships. Your local Toyota dealers are proud to support the OSAA. Toyota, let's go places.